Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make some Paw Patrol finger puppets. I have got my little boy here. He is my Paw Patrol expert. He has been supervising me throughout making them. Joey, why don't you tell everyone what you think of these Paw Patrol finger puppets?
Okay, everyone, this Paw Patrol finger puppet, his name is Chase.
Moms make this for their kids or dads make this for their kids. Do you think they'll like it?
Yep, definitely.
How's that for a pitch? Okay, I hope you guys enjoy making these and hope your kids enjoy playing with them. Thanks everyone. Let's begin. You guys can head on over to my website and print off the free Paw Patrol templates. It's set up as two different templates. One is for the finger puppets and one is for the lookout tower. I actually went ahead and started making all of my finger puppets and I am done now, but I am going to film in this video me making Chase. All the other finger puppets are basically the same and it's pretty straightforward based on the template. So I'm going to quickly put together Chase first. You can watch how I do that and then we will do the lookout tower. Alrighty, you can see I've got Chase all finished, so that is how all of those pieces get glued on, and it's pretty much the same for all of the finger puppets. The details I added with my marker is just the Paw Patrol's logo, and then I colored the white eyes black, and then I used my hole punch to cut out some little white circles to make the eyes look kind of shiny, and then I drew on their mouth and their tongue. You'll see on mine, I actually tried making the white eyes black for Rubble, and I think that actually looks really cute. So you can decide if you want to do the eyes white and then color them in black and then add another white dot on top, or if you just want to do them black and add a white dot on top. I think they look really cute either way. Oh, actually, I still need to draw the logo onto this guy. Oh, what's his name? I forget. I think his name is Zuma. I'm not sure. I think his logo is some kind of anchor, so I'm just going to draw that on with my marker because that is way too difficult to cut out. Now for the more tricky part, I'm going to get working on the lookout tower. I'm going to start by cutting out all of these pieces of felt. I'm also going to be using a light blue background page, and it's 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. I'm just going to pause here for a minute and say that when you're cutting out this piece, you actually can just trim off the top part of that triangle there. That's kind of a little bit too much. You don't need that much. I'm sorry, I should have taken that out in the template, but I don't want you to waste any felt. So you can just cut a piece that's about this size. The first thing I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to get some sort of Ziploc baggie or plastic vinyl that you have. And we are going to cut out a piece of that and we're going to glue it in between these two white squares. Okay, so this is what you should have at this point with that plastic film in the center. Next thing I'm going to glue down right at the very bottom of my page is this big white piece. And you'll notice the tips of this white piece do overhang on the page a little bit. That is intentional. Okay, and then I'm going to glue down this red and yellow line right at the bottom. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm taking this curved black piece and I'm going to glue this thick blue curved piece onto the bottom of it. And then just above it and maybe a bit over top of it, I'm going to glue this curved blue piece. And then I'm going to glue down this yellow curved piece. Okay, so that's what you should have. I'm going to trim a little bit of that black off that's showing at the edges. Next thing that we're going to glue is I'm going to take this blue curved piece and I'm going to glue it down right about here. And I'm going to take this red curved piece and I'm going to glue it right at the very top, even so that the top little bit of it is sticking out above the page, but it should mostly be glued down onto the page. If you want to get really precise here, I've got my ruler out. The top of this blue piece down to the very bottom of my page is 16 centimeters. And then I'm doing the red piece to the bottom of my page is, sorry, from the bottom of the red piece to the bottom of my page is just over 18 centimeters. It doesn't have to be that exactly, but you do want to place them pretty close. The placement of these pieces is pretty important for making this page come together. Those are now glued on, and there's what the back of the page looks like. So there's how much it overhangs by. It's just a bit. Next, I'm going to glue this turquoise rectangle down. I'm going to glue that down right here. Again, getting a little bit precise. I'm going to glue it so that the end is about maybe just under a centimeter higher than this red piece. And that's what that looks like glued on. Again, there is the view from the back. Next, we're going to take the big turquoise rectangle and we are going to glue that right in the center so that the bottom is just above this yellow line. We're going to glue that right down onto the page. Next, we're going to glue on this white rectangle with our plastic film in the center. We are only going to glue the two ends. We're going to leave the top and the bottom completely open. As I'm gluing it down, I'm kind of squishing the two sides together so that the center plastic part puffs out a little bit so that there's a bit of a gap between the plastic and the page. The next thing we're going to glue on is this piece that we have the black background on. We're going to glue that right above this blue curved piece that we glued down at the very beginning. And we're just going to glue the edges down right here and right here. And again, as I'm gluing this down, I am kind of pushing down and in a little bit so that that also puffs out from the page just a bit. Next, we're going to glue on this red piece at the very top. It's going to come well above our page, but that's okay. We're going to use this turquoise rectangle that we glued down to help glue down this red piece. And if there are any blue pieces poking up at the end, we're going to just trim that off so that this roof is nice and seamless. Okay, so here's what mine looks like. I am going to trim my ends by just a bit. And last but not least, we're going to make our telescope. So I'm going to glue that white circle onto the end of this yellow piece. And actually, I was just going to glue that telescope onto the back of the roof and just have it glued there. But now I'm actually thinking of using a brad pin to make it so that it can rotate around. It is just one piece of felt. It's kind of flimsy. So I think I'll cut out a second piece of felt. I'm going to glue it on there. And then I'm going to use my brad pin to attach it to the roof and make it so that that telescope can rotate just like what it would do in real life. Okay, there's my rotating telescope. One last thing that I wanted to add is I'm just going to take this gray ribbon and I'm going to glue it down at one top of the corner and I'm going to glue it down at a bottom corner to be the gray slide that wraps around the lookout tower. Okay, now that I have finished the lookout tower, let me show you what this lookout tower does. Is this acts as the elevator that the Paw Patrols go up to get to the top, so your child can take them up and down that elevator. And I did design it so that hopefully each of your finger puppets should fit through right down at the center. And some of the pups can just sit at the top at that lookout tower and we can send them down when they're ready to go down. I hope you guys enjoyed making this page and I really hope your kids enjoy it too. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let me know if you've got any requests. Thanks guys.